Welcome to all of you. My name is Krista Ellis. I'm with the Parkinson's Foundation. If you're new here, it's great to see you. Great to see your name if you're not on video. Welcome to the Parkinson's Foundation's Mindfulness Monday. If it's your first time, just know that you will be muted for the duration of today's session. Feel open to submit your questions, comments, feedback. Tell me where you're tuning in from today in that chat feature. You'll see that most of us are on video. If you have the ability and you're comfortable with it, please do join us by video. If you are planning to join, next week is our Spanish programming. So just keep in mind that we will not be meeting live next week. So if you want to stay connected with your mindful practice on Monday, tune into our YouTube channel or parkinson.org/pdhealth, and you can go to our archived videos. And it's been a while since I led a mindfulness session with you all. So I'm really excited to get back on the saddle. I have something really near and dear to the season of my life right now that I'm going to be sharing with you guys on August 1st. So we'll meet back live on August 1st. Here is the schedule for Mindfulness Mondays. The next session is August 1st live. Wellness Wednesday. If you're new to Parkinson's, if your mother or your father or your friend is new to Parkinson's, you're just wanting to kind of get a baseline knowledge of what Parkinson's disease, what it means for you. This Wellness Wednesday's topic is for you. Parkinson's 101, what you and your family should know. So that is a program for anyone who's just newly recently diagnosed or family member. This is the program for you to join. We do Parkinson's 101s quarterly. If you can't make this one, it lives on our webpage again. But if you want to join live, get live input from your speaker, this is the session for you this Wednesday at 1 p.m. And Fitness Friday this week is the live version. It's going to be so much fun. We are featuring Rock Steady Boxing from Music City. So that will be live on July 22nd, this Friday at 1 p.m. Always have to give gratitude and thanks and appreciation for our sponsors. The Light of Day Foundation makes this program possible for us to share together every Monday. So thank you for your generosity, Light of Day Foundation. If you need additional resources outside of this amazing group of Mindfulness Mondays with the Parkinson's Foundation, we have a website with all kinds of information for you at parkinson.org. We also have a bilingual helpline staffed by Parkinson specialists at 1-800-4PD-INFO, and our email is helpline@parkinson.org. And last week I asked you all to hang on, and once we end the Zoom meeting, there will be a link that pops up on the Zoom interface. It's a survey. We're trying to collect feedback from you guys so that we can start implementing more programs that you feel passionate about, more sessions that you really resonate with, and maybe dive a little bit deeper in some of the topics that matter most to you when it comes to your mindful lifestyle. So please complete that survey at the close of today's session. And so we are going to play Dr. Devin Hazy from years past. She's going to guide us through a self-compassion meditation. So Jennifer, if you would please start Devin's session.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness Mondays. My name is Devin Haza, and I really loved getting to share these practices with many of you over the summer. And Craig and I are happy to be recording these videos for you to help support the continuation of your practice even while we are away on retreat. So today we'll be doing a compassionate meditation for oneself. So I'll just give a brief introduction and then we'll go ahead and practice together. So these days we hear a whole lot about compassion and its benefits. And what I'm going to do is offer a definition for you that's been used more recently in a lot of the neuroscience labs that are testing compassion meditations and looking at its benefits. So compassion is both empathy and action. So when you think about compassion, you might just think, oh, that's like feeling for another. or feeling for oneself and really stepping into another's shoes and having that kind of empathic response. So that's true. When we see the suffering of ourselves or of another, we naturally respond with compassion often. Like, oh, we feel it hits us, it touches us, we feel that. So that's the first part of compassion. It's important. Empathy is important. But if we get stuck in that first empathic response, sometimes we get overwhelmed, burned out, and fatigued. Because when we really take on the suffering or grief of ourselves or a loved one or grief for the world, it can feel really heavy and very difficult to sustain. So the second part of compassion is this activity. And really, it can be simple as a compassionate wish, like, may that suffering be alleviated? Or what can I do to help? The sort of energized sense of, I feel this, it's touching me, and I want to help. I want to help alleviate that suffering. And that second step can actually be quite uplifting, very energizing. So the research they're doing now is showing that what we call compassion fatigue is actually really empathy fatigue, that we're getting stuck in that first step of really just taking on the suffering of the world, of in our own lives. And we forget about that second step that's actually, and I can maybe do something about it. And really identifying with that wish, like, I would like to be able to help out. And sometimes even just the wish is enough. That's enough of an activity, because definitely the suffering in the world can be overwhelming and we might often feel like there isn't anything we can do. But by simply articulating, like, oh, and I would like to be able to help somehow, and maybe just by meditating or by doing this compassion practice, that is also a way to at least put our intentions into action. So now I will do this mindfulness practice, this meditation for myself and for others, with this wish that it actually helps, that it helps lessen the grief and the sorrow and the suffering in the world. And when we stay in that kind of activity, that really energized wish, we can sustain ourselves so that our compassion stays steady, it deepens over time. We actually feel a kind of even uplifting connection with the world. It helps us stay in the emotional realm in our hearts with all of the difficulty, when we know that we really have this passionate wish to be able to do something about it. And so we're practicing and we're staying connected with this intention. And of course, it sometimes will get overwhelmed. That's normal. So if at any time during this meditation you need to take a break, maybe just bring your attention back to your body or your breath, your feet on the floor, or look around, open your eyes and look around. It's always good to titrate in that way so that you can take a break if you're feeling overwhelmed, and then come back to the practice when you're ready. So this compassion practice that we'll do is inspired by a teacher of mine named John McCransky. He wrote a wonderful book called Awakening Through Love. And he has written a whole wide variety of self-compassion practices. And his basic thesis is that we need to first feel resourced ourselves before we start to send out compassionate wishes for others. So it's very much in alignment with the kindness practices we've been doing. So this first meditation will be compassion for ourselves. And then the second meditation that we do will be compassion for the world. So wherever you are, maybe sitting, maybe lying down, just find a comfortable posture. And remember, you don't have to keep perfectly still, but it can feel nice and supported in your body if you can find a posture that feels upright and also at ease. Using whatever cushions you need to support yourself, feeling maybe the length in your spine. And also maybe the weight in your seat or in your feet, just letting the steadiness of the earth ground you here. And then taking a deep breath just to allow yourself to settle. And bringing the thinking mind into the feeling body. And so if you'd like to close your eyes, you're welcome to do so, or just keeping a soft downward gaze. Just for the first few moments of this meditation, I'll invite you just to feel your bodily sensations. Now you might notice places in your body that feel pleasant, maybe a sense of relaxation, openness, and also noticing places in your body that might not feel so pleasant. It's really okay to open. If you're feeling some kind of discomfort or pain, no need to dive right into that, but just allowing your experience to be the full aliveness that's here in your body. Pleasant, unpleasant, maybe neutral feelings in your body. And trusting that this kind of mindfulness, this mindful awareness, has room to hold it all. And so now for the main practice, I'll invite you to imagine a special place. And so this special place could be somewhere you go often, where you feel relaxed, at ease, happy, and safe. And so this could be your backyard, your back porch, could be your living room, could be your favorite easy chair. And this special place could also be somewhere you think about often, like a place you used to visit as a child, maybe a lake in the summertime, or maybe a trip to the seashore. Sensing into how your body feels at the ocean, maybe. So just picking your own special place. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just whatever first comes to mind. Place where you feel safe, happy, surrounded by beauty, support. For me, this is a childhood cabin I grew up going to in the summertime, just a lake here in Southern Oregon. And so I imagine myself right there on the dock with the lake lapping up against the shore. So whatever place you've chosen now, I'll invite you to really inhabit this place in your imagination. Just put yourself right there, right now, in your mind's eye. And first, maybe just look around and notice what is in your visual field. Maybe there are trees or color of the sky in your special place. Notice if there are other beings in this place with you, maybe family or wildlife, maybe birds. What else do you see in this special place? Just let the details come vividly to mind. And notice what you hear in this particularly supportive place. Noticing sounds, maybe the sounds of nature or the sounds of the voices of loved ones. Notice what kinds of sounds are here in this place. And now feel how your body feels in your special place. Noticing what sensations are in your body. Maybe you're lying in a hammock or sitting at a picnic table or walking somewhere. Just notice how your body feels in a place where it's safe and supported. Maybe there are beautiful things around. Really let yourself imprint that bodily experience of being in your special place. Maybe notice if there's comfort or a deeper level of relaxation. Maybe some real joy and playfulness. When we're relaxed, we might touch into a new sense of creativity or energy or, um, yeah, a sense of play, laughter. So let your body and your heart and your mind really imprint how it feels in this special place. Just take it in, how it feels to be held and supported in this environment. And so, knowing what we're doing here is really regulating your system to feel this receptive energy of care, of safety, of comfort, of beauty in your special place. So, just a moment or two of taking it all in. Then, as you're ready, just dropping any images, any effort to imagine or meditate, even, and just letting yourself be really simple. Coming back to your body, maybe feeling the quality of the breath now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Okay. So, making your transition now, if your eyes are closed, you're welcome to open them. Maybe look around your environment. Just notice where you are here now. If you want to move your body or stretch in any way, you're welcome to. So, that was a special place meditation. And it's really the first step in these self-compassion practices is learning how to receive care. So I really invite you to use that throughout your day or maybe in formal practice if you're doing 5 or 10 minutes of mindfulness every day. Take your place in take your place, take your special place, inhabit it, take yourself there and know that this is resourcing you. So at times when you actually do feel a lot of suffering and overwhelm or strong emotions or fatigue, this is a resource, a refuge for you. And even just with your mind and your heart, you can take yourself there and let your body really sink in and feel, oh, this is how it feels to be supported, to be relaxed, to be in a beautiful place. So, this is that first part of really resourcing and taking care of the suffering that might be here. So, these 2 points of I feel the suffering and what can I do? This meditation is one thing you can do. You don't have to do it for long in an informal way whenever you remember throughout the day. You can just tap into, oh, yeah, this is how it feels to be by the lake or by the ocean or out on a boat somewhere or um, in my beautiful living room or in my backyard with my grandkids. Um, it really can help uplift the heart and the mind and even soothe the body by taking yourself to your special place in your imagination. So I hope that you enjoyed that self-compassion practice. And the next step we'll do is self-compassion for yourself and then also sending it back out into the world. So looking forward to being with you again. Take good care, everyone. Be well.
So, my question is if you would be willing to share where your special place is or was, the images that you might have had during the meditation. And everyone's responding now. Oregon off the coast of Pacific City, watching the sunrise at the beach. Jerusalem by the ocean, a quiet beach. It was interesting, my time on the beach. I get a little frustrated with people who like to play their music because I want to hear the birds and I want to hear the water, I want to hear the splashing. The Colorado mountains, beautiful. Myself, an image of yourself, I love that. Backyard balcony, your safe place. Blue Ridge Parkway overlook. I was on the Blue Ridge Parkway this weekend. Sand Beach, Acadia National Park in Maine. My backyard with flowers and monarch butterflies. I imagined myself on a chairlift skiing with the bright blue Colorado sky, green trees, and the whitest of snow. I love it. Vermont's old farmhouse we owned when I was young. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyone have trouble finding that special place and imagining it? I had to think about it a couple times. And then when I realized, oh, of course, that's my special safe place. Mine certainly, like Devin's, is on the lake, on the dock. My back porch, listening to the birds and watching the animals, floating on my back in a pool with family sitting, relaxing under the shaded trees. Brenda, that's beautiful. Floating in a pool too, if you're not on a float and you're just letting your body float, having that quietness where the water covers your ears, it's so soothing for me. Watching the sunrise. Puerto Rico on the beach in a chair looking at the ocean. Oh, I think I need a vacation. Watching the sunrise, beautiful. That's beautiful. My woods here in West Virginia. Peaceful sitting in the water at the beach, absolutely. Linda, if you have something you'd like to share, please feel free to write in the chat. Perfect. So self-compassion has been a practice that has been neglected on my side of things. And I know for many of our care partners who are here, often tend to put that on the wayside as well. Even more so for a person with Parkinson's. Time and time again, and the volunteers that I work with and the people that I just have the privilege of working with all around in this community, our lives tend to get consumed in Parkinson's, right? And so we want to be able to maintain some of those labels, some of those identities that are outside of Parkinson's disease. And through a practice of self-compassion, being reminded of these special places, these memories of our childhood that brings the smile and sense of relaxation and calm to your body and to your mind, can really help us begin to cultivate a little bit more love and patience with ourselves and with our loved ones. And so I know Devin was talking a little bit about working that compassion. You know, we have to work in the field of ourselves, this terrain, this landscape that we own, right? Our own selves, to then be able to exacerbate that out into the world. So I hope that this week and next week, when we won't be meeting live together, that you find those little moments of mindful self-compassion, remembering those safe, special places that Devin really cued us into imagining during our meditation this week. So take that special place throughout the next 2 weeks where we won't be meeting live together again, and we'll meet again live on August 1st. Next week is our Spanish programming, so be sure to tune into our webpage at parkinson.org/pdhealth. And people are still writing me some of their special places: walking on the beach in Oregon, walking in the forest, taking photos of the small things. Yes, it's so beautiful. I've noticed, so this is something common, that just about everybody wrote something about nature. So, keeping that in mind, that for most of us here in this space right now, nature provided a sense of calm and made us feel safe. So, homework, go do something outside. Keeping the moment to stop and take those breaths in and breaths out when I'm anxious. Absolutely, Brendan. All right, everyone. That's all she wrote. So, mindful self compassion and a moment in nature. And I'll see you guys on August 1st.